It was an ordinary Thursday morning when Ellie, a curious 14-year-old girl, sat in her room, staring out the window. Ever since she was a child, Ellie had been fascinated by space. Her walls were covered in posters of astronauts, planets, and pictures of stars. She had a telescope by the window that she used every night to gaze at the sky, hoping to catch a glimpse of the moon or even a shooting star. Ellie's dream was to become an astronaut one day and explore different planets. Until then, she spent her time reading books about space and watching documentaries. This particular morning, though, something strange happened. While Ellie was writing in her journal, she heard her little brother Max yell from the mailbox outside. "Ellie! There's a weird letter here. It looks strange." Ellie put down her pen and rushed downstairs. "What are you talking about, Max? It's probably just mail for Mom and Dad." Max shook his head and held up a bright red envelope. It was covered in strange symbols that Ellie had never seen before. There was no sender's name on it, and the address was written in letters that didn't look like any language she knew. "What is this?" Ellie murmured, staring at the envelope. "Where did it come from?" Max shrugged. "I don't know, but I'm not touching that thing. It could be a prank or something," he said, running back inside. Ellie, meanwhile, couldn't take her eyes off the letter. She opened it carefully, and inside was a piece of paper with more strange symbols written on it. "This isn't English," Ellie said to herself. She ran upstairs to her room, grabbed her notebook, and began copying the symbols down. "I have to figure out what this says." Ellie spent the entire morning working on the mysterious letter. She had read about different types of codes and symbols before, and she was determined to crack it. Using a combination of online research and books from her personal shelf, Ellie started decoding the message. Hours passed, and Ellie forgot about lunch, homework, and the rest of the world. She was focused entirely on the task. Finally, by the late afternoon, she managed to translate the words. When she read the message aloud, her jaw dropped. "Hello, Earth. My name is Xarok, and I am from the planet Mars. I have watched your planet for a long time and think humans are very interesting. I want to communicate with someone who is curious and kind. Will you reply?" Ellie stared at the paper, unsure whether to laugh, scream, or run and show it to Max. "This has to be a joke," she thought. "There's no way this is real, right?" But deep inside, Ellie didn't want to believe it was a joke. She looked up at her posters of Mars on the wall, her telescope, and the small model of the solar system hanging from her ceiling. What if this was real? What if someone, or something, really was trying to contact her? Ellie decided to reply. She grabbed a blank piece of paper and sat down at her desk. For a long time, she didn't know how to start. How do you write a letter to someone from Mars? Finally, she wrote, "Dear Xarok, my name is Ellie. I live on Earth, and I love learning about space. If you're really from Mars, how did you send this letter to me? And why did you choose me? I hope to hear from you soon." After writing the letter, Ellie wasn't sure what to do with it. How could she send a letter to Mars? She looked back at the red envelope that the first letter had come in. Maybe it's still connected somehow, she thought. She carefully placed her reply in the same envelope, closed it, and left it on her desk. If Xarok is real, maybe he'll find it. The next morning, the envelope was gone. 2 days later, Ellie found another red envelope in the mailbox. This time, the message was even stranger. Xarok had replied, "Dear Ellie, thank you for writing back. I am glad to have found someone who shares my curiosity. To answer your questions, I sent the letter through a cosmic portal that connects my world to yours. You were chosen because your thoughts and energy reached me when I was studying your planet. You are very special, Ellie. I hope you will keep writing to me." Ellie's hands trembled as she read the message. A portal? Her energy? This was too much to believe. She ran into the living room to show the letter to Max. "Look at this," she said, shoving it into his hands. Max frowned as he skimmed through the letter. "Are you seriously telling me you're writing letters to a Martian? Ellie, this is ridiculous." "It's not ridiculous," she shot back. I didn't write those symbols and I didn't make the letter disappear. How else do you explain it? Max hesitated. I mean, maybe it's a prank, like someone at school is messing with you or something. Ellie shook her head. It's not a prank. I just know. Max rolled his eyes. Fine, but don't come crying to me when this Xarok guy turns out to be an alien scammer. Ellie ignored him and went back to her room to write another letter. Over the next few weeks, Ellie and Xarok exchanged several letters. Through their writing, Ellie learned more about Xarok's world. He described Mars as a quiet planet, where advanced technology allowed his species to survive underground. He told Ellie about his love for learning, his curiosity about Earth's oceans and animals, and his fascination with human creativity. In return, Ellie told Xarok about life on Earth. She sent him sketches of forests and rivers, described her school and family, and even wrote about how she wanted to be an astronaut. Ellie felt a strange sense of connection with Xarok. Though they came from different worlds, they both shared a sense of wonder and curiosity about the universe. One day, Ellie received what seemed to be Xarok's final letter. It said, "Dear Ellie, thank you for sharing your world with me. My study of Earth is now complete, and I must say goodbye. Please remember this. Curiosity is the key to discovering the universe. Keep exploring, and you will go far. If our paths ever cross again, I hope we can meet face to face. Goodbye for now." Ellie felt a pang of sadness as she read the words. She wrote back to Xarok, thanking him for the letters and promising to always stay curious. She left the letter in the red envelope on her desk, but this time, it didn't disappear. It stayed there, untouched. After a while, Ellie stopped receiving letters from Xarok. Though she missed their strange and exciting conversations, she never forgot about him. She spent more time with her telescope at night, imagining Xarok looking back at her from Mars. Years later, Ellie grew up to become an astronomer, dedicating her life to exploring the mysteries of the universe. Every now and then, she'd think about the red envelopes from her childhood and wonder if Xarok had been real. One thing was certain. Those letters had taught Ellie something important: the power of curiosity and the importance of dreaming big. She realized that asking questions and exploring the unknown were the key to understanding the universe, no matter what planet you were from. As she looked through her telescope one quiet night, Ellie smiled and whispered into the vast, star-filled sky. Thank you, Xarok. If you like what we're doing, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.